past 22 years I have been working in the field of art, craft and lots of murals. We do it together now after marriage. What we stick to is we find out whether the art is going to be based on shapes, forms, or is it going to be based on simplistic repetition that we do. So like in design principles, we have about 6 design principles, out of which we totally focus on a lot of elements which will combine everything. And mostly repetition is something which is there in life everywhere. So repetition in music, repetition in speaking to people, repetition in this interview also. I might have repeated a few answers. But then the idea is when we see nature around and when we adapt nature to our artwork, we see a lot of geometrical forms, simplified forms, and then when we repeat that, that creates something new. So when I work, I just make sure that we first make sure that the space that is given to us, what is that form, what is that shape, how I can break the monotony of that shape and do something new for the client. Usually the clients have a very plain idea of what they want. Then we get into the dimension of how this could be 3-dimensional, how this could be 2-dimensional, how the shade and light can work. See, to be frank, the day Vaniji called me up, the owner of the house, she was like pretty clear about, she wants something very beautiful and traditional, because this house has a lot of eco-friendly values. The background over here is that mud feeling is there. The brown color. Here they have given an earthen feel to that. So we love doing it. And then we build it up from a lot of simplistic designs to coming up with little complicated designs along the fencing wall also. I think we both will agree to this, that whatever projects we have done till now, it's all about the client giving a modern touch to their house. Everybody wants to go forward. Nobody wants to fall back and see our traditional values. And when Vaniji and Balaji sir spoke to us, they were very clear about, we want something that will glorify our tradition. And for me, it was personally very good experience, because it was coming back to my roots, what I started in my art college, how we learned over there. And we did a lot of research at that time, but we never actually painted anything in the college. But when we now do stuff in modern designing and abstract art for clients, we somewhere lose out on the wonderful, rich art form that we have in India. And that's what connected us to this house, and that's what we felt when we were doing this. It was amazing. The basic thing is a lot of brainstorming goes into ideation first. Once the idea is clear, then execution becomes easier. And my biggest critic is my wife. So usually in the ideation phase only, she'll negate a lot of ideas, and then she will come up with something very simple but very effective. So that's how we work. We should stick to 2 things. Basically, if we work in emulsion paint, that would be more eco-friendly, more than enamel, because enamel has a lot of lead content. But nowadays we have companies who have reduced that lead content also, and lots of companies are now making paints which are less harmful to nature, and we have used the same paints over here. Also, if you notice here, we have used a lot of white over here which reflects light, so that will also be, once the paint dries, the lead content is totally gone away. So that on a way, it helps the carbon footprint to reduce.